Hello guys, and welcome to a new episode. Today I want to do something different. Usually I will do a market analysis, but I decided I would like to cover some individual coins as well. And this will be my first attempt, so bear with me. Today we are going to be taking a look at trade.io. Now if you're not familiar with trade.io, I suggest you look them up. It's a exchange and liquidity pool, so basically what their token does in short is mirror, for example, Binance coin, KuCoin shares and all that. Now if we take a look at trade.io, you will see several things. First of all is that they are building an actual exchange, right? So they are building a crypto exchange. Currently they are beta testing, and according to this it is almost complete. And the launch should be scheduled for the end of this month, so it shouldn't take much longer than 2 weeks. So I'm pretty excited about that. And there are a couple of reasons I have actually invested in trade.io. First of all, this is not a sponsored video. I'm not getting paid to do this. I'm just doing this because I like the product. Now, the main key of trade.io is the shared liquidity pool. Now, what the shared liquidity pool is comparable to a lending pool. Basically, you take your trade.io tokens, you put them in the liquidity pool, and trade.io will work with these tokens, with this liquidity you provide to them, and you will get a part of the revenue. Now, to understand how this works, it is of course very important to know how they are actually going to create this revenue, because if they cannot create revenue, you will also not get any profits from that revenue. And so I've been looking in trade.io. What are they doing right now? What do they plan to do in the future? And how is it going to make you and me money? And there are going to be a couple of things. First of all, launching ICOs. Trade.io is specializing in launching ICOs. I've actually contacted them for one of my own, or actually the only one of my own ICOs, talking to them right now, and the service is pretty good. Basically what they do is they allow ICOs to take place on their own trading platform, so on trade.io exchange, and they will help them with marketing, with getting advisors, creating the website, all this stuff that you actually need to do for an ICO. That's not really very special. Lots of people are doing that, and so of course trade.io needs a way to separate itself from all these other parties. Now, I got an email about 2 weeks ago asking if I would like to be part of the angel investor program. And of course I said yes, and that's where it actually clicked with me. That's where I figured, okay, wait, these guys are onto something. So they're creating an exchange, right? People are going to trade there. There will be hopefully a lot of liquidity, just apart from the liquidity pool, just from people trading there will create liquidity. Now, if you're going to help ICOs to launch their product, obviously taking commission for that, reaping in revenue, and you can link that with having a giant pool of investors. That basically you have this ICO, you have the investors on one platform. If they can connect through you, and you can take part of the revenue that actually is generated in this process, you can make a lot of profit. And we've seen it on Binance, we've seen it on KuCoin. All these parties are actually making a lot of profit. Now, Trade token currently has a market cap of about 30 million USD. That's not really much. It's a starting exchange, but I think they really are on track. Now, if we take a look at Binance coin, for example, and I'm not saying they're going to be as big as Binance or whatever, you will see that they also started at these ranges, 20 million, 40 million USD. And right now they are trading at 1.7 billion. So basically that means they went from 40 cents per share, or even lower. At its lowest it was 10 cents per share, to approximately 30 per share, you know, $13. And that's a lot of profit you can make. And that's not even, you know, they are paying out revenue obviously from these coins, but also these coins are appreciating in value. And that's where it clicked with me. That's where I figured, like, okay, I really need to be part of this. Now, if we're going to take a little more in-depth look at what the liquidity pool actually is. So basically what the liquidity pool is a pool of money that Trade.io can use to make profit. So they can use this money to fund ICOs, to invest in ICOs, you know, all that, and then take commission on the ICOs income. So let's say, I don't know the exact numbers, so let's say they take a 3% commission. If they, you know, launch an ICO for another party that makes 1 million, then basically that means they have made about 30,000 USD. We all know ICOs can be far bigger, and in this way I believe they will make some decent profit, at least in the first year of their existence, because obviously people are not going to trade there right away. They're going to need some decent advertising at least, and also their product will have to be good because there is a lot of competition out there. Now, how can you join this liquidity pool? Participants need a minimum of 2,500 trade tokens. At this very moment, 2,500 trade tokens, let's do a quick calculation. 2,500 divided by 30 cents is, you know, about 1,000, let's say $1,000, just to keep it simple. So you need $1,000 to participate in the liquidity pool. Now, here it says how to do it. At this stage, it's not very important. What is important is, you know, how is this pool going to make you money? How is it going to make me money? And in short, participants will lend their trade tokens, their TOs, and other assets. So obviously you can also lend them Bitcoin, USD, for the company to make markets and provide liquidity. 50% of all the profits that are generated will just appear in your balance. You know, you will get money. And don't mistake this for some kind of BitConnect. You know, BitConnect actually used to do this. They would, if you deposited money into the account, you would get 1% interest every day. That's not how this works. For this to work, Trade.io actually has to make profits. If they do not make profits, you will not get any interest. And even worse, if they make losses and they become insolvent, you will obviously lose all your money. So okay, after that, the interest will be distributed to participants in the liquidity pool in the form of various assets. You could get Bitcoins, USD, trade tokens, Ethereum, you know, whatever they make profit on. And do not make a mistake, they are an exchange, so obviously if people are going to trade a lot of Ethereum on the exchange, they will take a commission from these trades, and you know, that will be the form of profit that eventually gets deposited into your account. Last but not least, I would like to take a look at the angel investor side of things. I'm not sure if this is really interesting for you guys, but I do see you can participate from like $100, so I guess everyone can participate. This is the angel investor side. What they're going to do is link these angel investors to ICOs to make sure these ICOs get filled. Now we can see a couple of ICOs that are using Trade.io as a consultant in order to launch their ICO. Okay, so let's take a quick look at what kind of ICOs they're going to do, you know, obviously very important, and how these are going at this very moment. So this way we will be able to see if they are actually already making any money, you know. Obviously that's very important if you're going to lend them your money. I came across a couple of ICOs that they are working with, and the most prominent one is Dark Matter. Now let's open the Dark Matter web page. You can see that this also has to do with the financial industry. But right now only one thing here is important. you can see that they are raising a total of 30 million USD. They have already raised about 20 million USD, a little bit more. Now let's do a quick calculation, shall we? Going to open my calculator. Let's say they take a 3% commission. I don't know how much they take, but 3% is the most common number that, you know, people like these use. So you've got 30 million. There. If this ICO fails, they would have made about 1 million USD in commissions already. And again, these are speculative numbers, but just to give you an idea of how these guys are going to create profit and revenue to, you know, put back in your pocket and in my pocket. That's obviously very important. So they would have gotten about 1 million USD revenue from this ICO alone. Now I can imagine when the ICO is done, they will also trade on the trade.io platform, you know, on the exchange, which will of course generate more revenue for them to share with us. So overall, I'm pretty excited. The market cap is very low, so right now it's a decent time to get on board if you want to get on board. So yeah, I will include my referral link in the bottom. You know, if you want to support me, just sign up. It's completely free. Furthermore, I have a Discord channel that you guys can join if you like. We talk about ICOs there all the time. We talk about coins there. We have some crazy memes, so that's definitely something that might interest you. Now let me know which coin I should cover next time, because I will do one of these every week, beside just my general market updates. So yeah, if you have any requests, put them in the box below and I will make sure to check them out. So have a great day, guys.